Welcome back to another episode. Gotta hit the note of email breakdown. Today is number 6, and that means tomorrow we're taking the day off. Guys, this has been super fun so far. I don't know about you, but I nerd out about copy. I like the psychology behind it. Some people, they're like, it's marketing. But there's something really cool about getting someone to realize their problem and sell them. I might be a psycho. That's very possible. All right. So today we're looking at a really fun email. It's okay. It's called the contrarian or controversial email, right? The person that is going against the grain, the status quo, and these work very well because they're entertaining and fun to read, and it builds your brand if that's who you want to be. So this marketer in particular, Ben Settle, is like a very well-known email copywriter slash marketer, and that's kind of his thing. Granted, most of his emails are this controversial, but I thought this one in particular was really fun to pick apart. And if you get easily offended, you can just click away right now. This isn't even that crazy, but some people want to be in their little boxes, and they want the world to be everyone to be on the same page. That's not reality. Sorry to break it to you. And this person acts as that pressure release for a lot of people to just talk, right? But less about the philosophy behind what we're saying here, more about it's a way to keep people engaged, and then at the end, tie it in to your product. That's why we're breaking this down, not because this is controversial, but you'll see how he masterfully connects this to what he's selling. So let's look into it. So, how to deal with female clients who constantly play games. All right, right off the bat, if you're a guy, you're reading that going, I opened it immediately. I'm like, what's this about? I've had male, female clients, sure, but like, what, I want to learn more. What, playing games, that this is going beyond the scope of just men and women like dating. This is client work. This is interesting, right? So, controversial right off the bat. You're going to get that open most likely. I guarantee you this is one of his highest open rates. Anyways, this will probably inspire a candlelight vigil against me on Facebook somewhere, maybe even a fiery effigy. So he's self-aware, but once upon a time, I got a question from an email player subscriber, name withheld by request for reason that will be obvious. So email players is his paid for subscription. So he's anchoring that as something that people get value from. Anyways, for reasons that will be, and sorry, one more thing. Also, somewhere you can ask him questions directly, right? Not just reply to an email. So, but that's not what this is about. So let's keep going. For reasons that will be obvious, asking about working with female clients and some of his challenges with dealing with them. Specifically, he said how. So these are the pain points of the person reading this of this person, right? But also maybe this is, as you'll see, it's not as related to just women as you might think. But this is this person in particular's problem. Okay. He finds female clients to be a massive pain in the butt. They don't listen. They ignore his recommendation, are completely uncoachable, are usually more flaky than his male clients. His male clients are also usually easier going and more relaxed. His female clients almost all play stupid little games with his time, keeping him guessing with little BS antics. Send him mixed signals to purposely try to confuse him, which he doesn't have time or patience to deal with. He just wants to write the damn copy he's hired to do. It's wasting a lot of his time and distracting from other things he has to do, all of which has made him prefer working with male clients, except, of course, when those male clients let their wives dictate copywriting decisions, which he said always just compounds all the above problems. So, very controversial. Some might even say misogynistic, whatever. I just think it's someone's opinion or someone's personal experience, but who cares? We're not getting into all that. I haven't had a lot of problems with this kind of problem, but hey, man, so honor people's experiences. Anyways, after telling me all this, he asked, "Have you experienced anything like this with female clients, or is it just me? Maybe the majority of female entrepreneurs have a 'we know better than men, never let a man tell you what to do.'" My loving and tender advice: you got to game female clients that, for whatever reason, want to act like that, like you would a woman you want to have a romantic relationship with. So, very interesting stuff, very controversial. You know, I don't personally agree with that, but this is something that you. This is a good email because it keeps you engaged. There's no way you're not reading through this entire thing, right? Let's keep going. Did my evil, devious, and dare I say toxic advice work? So he's self aware, and that makes him more likable, right? Likability is a key source of influence in your marketing and in your life, whatever, right? If you have someone, if there's someone that you know, like, and trust, you like them, you're more likely to buy from them, okay? I'll let you judge by my customer's own words. What you said worked. After ignoring her emails for 4 days, I called her out on her bad behavior and she apologized. I simply told her no and said I'm busy with 4 other clients and don't need the BS. She fixed up. You're a good man, Ben. So that's his proof that his advice works, right? Uh, I know some people don't want to hear this. It goes against everything their mommies taught them that has probably made them girl repellents their whole life. They'll predictably call me a misogynist, sexist, yada, 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 because they can't think beyond sound bites. I love that. You know, there's truth to that. Uh, because it's showing how self aware he is, and people do like to think it's sound bites, right? Now, I promise this isn't just me like relating or not relating to this guy's personal email that so far sounds very like personal. Like, what the hell's the value in this? Why are we even breaking down this email? But you'll see. And if that's you, my DLF, my dear little friend, don't hate the email player. Hate the game. Even better though, whether you have male or female email clients, avoid having to play games at all. Boom. There is your churn. The churn. Remember, that's how you connect the copy, your story, which is all this is just one big story, to his product. And that's all this is. Don't play games. We all, men, women, we all hate people that all hate having to play games. I know that, especially as a freelancer myself. I love the clients that are easygoing, communicate, and just do their freaking part. But I've had people that take forever, men, women. I've had people like take days to get back, and it drives you crazy, especially when their deadline's approaching. So that's what is one of the benefits of his product is not playing games. And let's keep going. To do that, bring in clients correct with the right attitude and respect for your skills and what you have to bring to the table. Something I believe my email client horde mythology, okay, this is really interesting, can potentially help a freelance business owner do, along with getting better compliance and dealing with less horse shit from men and women clients alike. Okay, I didn't annotate this part or highlight this, but this is actually one of the most important parts right here. Okay, so let's look. This right here, to do that, bring in clients correct with the right attitude and respect for your skills and what you bring to the table. This is something we all want as freelancers. Remember, that's who his list is marketing to. This is something, if you were selling, whatever, floral vases, you would do the same thing. You're appealing to the deep desire of what your ICA, your ideal client avatar wants. And he's doing this beautifully. He told a big story, very controversial, and then he's tying it to everything related to men and women clients, male and female clients, right? So, and then look, he's talking about what the benefits of his product, the deep benefits, right? right attitude and respect for your skills and what you bring to the table. We all want that. We all want those clients. We're tired of the shitty clients that don't care, that are terrible at communicating, right? Someone reading this that has this problem is going to be like, damn, I need this, right? Maybe, right? But all he really needs is 1 out of 200 people, right, to buy from each email, and it's going to be a profitable. It's well worth his time, right? If thousands read it and he gets like 16 to 100 sales, that's the power of emails, and that's just from one email, right? And he keeps hitting you with that same offer. Okay, so back to the email though. Something I believe my email client hoard methodology can potentially help a freelance business owner do. This right here, okay, this right here is called, I'll just keep a highlighter here, is called a unique mechanism. And also, what he's doing here is you can say this is kind of a I don't know how to say this word, to be honest with you, but I'm going to try. Neologism, right? Neologism. Uh, right? So that's a method. He's calling it the email client hoard. That's when it's a newly coined word. That's what he's calling it, like email client hoard. But more so, that's a unique mechanism. Just focus on that more than the coined word, because that can be defined differently in certain contexts. So let's not go down that rabbit hole. Most importantly, that's a unique mechanism, which is essentially how your product does something differently than no other competitive product does. And the way he's defining that is with this newly coined word, the unique client hoard methodology. That's how he delivers the product through this unique mechanism. He's delivering the product through a unique way, which he called the email client hoard. I'm just going to assume that made sense because I spent a minute explaining that. A unique mechanism, okay? How you deliver a unique way of delivering the product that is new and something the buyer has not experienced before, that is going to change their life or leave them better off than they were before. That is a unique mechanism. How is it different? It needs to have a unique mechanism. If I sell you this pen right here, and let's say before this pen, this never existed on a pen, right? The unique mechanism would be this little button that that lets you get ready to write without having to use a cap. So the unique mechanism is this button. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, let's move on. Email client hoard methodology can potentially help a freelance business owner do, along with getting better compliance and dealing with less horse shit from men and women clients alike. Okay, so sale on the book ends. Little bit of urgency right there and scarcity. You got to make a decision. Here's the link, client hoard. Use this code at the checkout to get the discount. Right, little extra fence pushing right there. Get that discount. Make sure the price changes before entering any info. So cool. So that's it for this one. You can use controversy in your email if you are willing to stand out a little bit. And I would argue, I would argue that helps you ultimately, because you start to build a tribe of raving fans. It's fun to read Ben's emails because he's just authentically himself. You might not agree with him on everything, and that's okay, right? We all have opinions and certain things we don't agree with. But he's going to attract people that are going to are more likely to buy from him when he's honest about who he is. But if you're in the middle and you're kind of boring, it's going to be harder for you to make sales. And I've experienced this with clients I wrote who are playing it a little too safe and made the copy kind of a little too boring. When you hire an email copywriter, if you want better results, it's better to let them get your voice and be a little loose with it, you know? Be a little loose and fun with the language, right? This is a little on the extreme side. I'm not saying you need to, have this, you know, play the bad guy necessarily, but you can have a little fun with it. And then like he did in this email, he connects it to his product at the end of the day. So all this is just one giant story. And that's the power of storytelling, right? It keeps you in, and then he has a little bit of proof that his advice works, but that he still ties it. That doesn't really have to do with the product, but what it has to do with the product at the end of the day is not dealing with this kind of person at all, whether they're men or women. And my product with this unique mechanism, with this unique methodology that I literally created, that delivers the benefits in a unique way that you haven't experienced before, aka there's nothing like it, aka this will get you results, then uh, my words came to a screeching halt right there. But then that is a product that you're going to want to buy ultimately, is what I'm saying. So cool. We made it a little longer today. I'm going to try going forward to keep these emails like maxed out at 15 minutes, or these videos. But thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this, and I will see you here on Monday. Bye.